And now to address us is our new segment called Who's Who. Who's Who will feature the popular personalities from the global realm. This segment will be hosted by Mr. Sonny Segal, who holds a senior position in the Montgomery County. You did have an opportunity to meet and greet him in an interview conducted by Mrs. Neela Mera some months back. We are proud to have Mr. Segal on the panel of professionals of the GTV family. Who is Mr. Segal's guest today? Your guest is as good as mine. Come a little bit closer and we'll find out together.
Welcome to Who's Who. I'm your host, Sonny Segal, and today I have a guest that all of us recognize from the news media. He is Mr. Isaiah Ike Leggett, the County Executive of Montgomery County, Maryland. Welcome, Mr. Leggett.
Thank you, Sonny. I'm delighted to be here.
I'm delighted to have you on my show,
Yes.
Mr. Leggett. You are the Chief Executive of Montgomery County, Maryland, one of the top counties in the nation. Recently, in USA Today, the state of Maryland was ranked first and the richest state in the nation. Mm-hmm. Montgomery County, Maryland is the most diverse and the most populous and the most affluent county in Maryland.
Well, we generally rank between Montgomery County and Howard County, but Howard County is much smaller. Montgomery County is far larger, so that wealth base really has a significant impact on the state of Maryland overall. So that is true, and we're proud of that, but we're proud of really the quality of life that we have overall for the many citizens we have. Well over 1 million people in Montgomery County today.
Yes, and I would like to, for the viewers, compare Montgomery County, Maryland with the private sector. Even though this is seldom done, but just to get a feel for the size of Montgomery County as an enterprise, if I may, I wanted to say that with the budget size and the number of customers, 1 million customers should we say, and over 350 services in public safety, transportation, education, and so on, Montgomery County, Maryland would rank in the Fortune 500 at number 496. And the budget, of course, is over $5 billion.
Well, when you look at Montgomery County overall, it is really quite remarkable. The size of our budget, $5 billion, 1 million people covering 500 square miles. Montgomery County would be larger than at least 8 or 9 states if you compare it to states, and it would be comparable to a very, very large business or Fortune 500 company. It is quite of an enterprise, but the difference between Montgomery County and the private sector is quite stark. There are some things that we must do that the private sector is not obliged to do. So running this company, if you call it that, is a very, very unique and awesome responsibility.
Yes, and today on the show, for our viewers, I wanted to request you to tell us how much of a challenge and how much of an opportunity it is to be the chief executive of such a large organization and with so much responsibility.
Well, it's a challenge because you have to provide a variety of services at a time when you have great financial challenges throughout the state, throughout the nation. We're all quite familiar with the government shutdown, the sequestration. All of those things have negatively impacted the county as a whole and impact many jurisdictions around the country. But we've weathered through that. We've closed more than $2.7 billion in budgetary gaps. Most recently, we were awarded our AAA bond rating. This is the 40th consecutive year that Montgomery County has been awarded a AAA bond rating from Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch. This is the good housekeeper stamp of approval for the county. And when you combine all of those things together, it is an awesome responsibility because our destiny is tied to others. It's tied to what happens at the state level, tied to what happens at the federal level. But we weathered it pretty well. And right now, Montgomery County has the highest financial reserves that we've had in the county's history.
So one might say that Montgomery County is well positioned to weather any ups and downs in the economy.
Well, as we speak today, but things are likely to change. You know, Congress could decide that it wants to go through another round of sequestration, another round of budgetary cuts, those kinds of things. All of those things are possible, so we have to continue to be mindful of those challenges that are out there. But we are doing everything that we can do at the local level to make certain that we are not running the risk of having challenges beyond our control here in Montgomery County.
So Montgomery County, of course, Montgomery County schools, as an example, rank among the top in the nation. And the budget being allocated to Montgomery County has something to do with how our schools are performing. Can you please speak to how you managed to allocate enough budget for our schools to be so outstanding?
Well, first of all, you have to prioritize education as a top priority, and we've done that because that way you make certain that you get the citizens engaged, involved, from the PTA to the students, the community leaders, all recognize in Montgomery County that education is a top priority. And as a result of that, citizens are willing to make the sacrifices, to pay the taxes, and provide the resources that are necessary. So I'm always thankful to the taxpayers of Montgomery County for allowing us to have the flexibility to do what we need to do within our budget. And as a result of that, that $5 billion budget that I've just described, over half of that goes for education. That does not include some of the challenges we have for the upcoming future, that is to build additional schools. The schools in Montgomery County are growing at the rate of more than 2,000 students per year. That's equivalent to our new high school every year in terms of its growth. So we are well poised in the educational system today. We have strong public support for it, but we have to continue to monitor it and make certain that education remains a top priority in Montgomery County.
I see. And I understand that you have implemented an office of county stat. Can you say how that helps in monitoring performance of the government?
Well, there have been a number of things that we've done to make certain that we have transparency, accountability, and county stat is designed to make certain that we are running and operating as efficiently as possible. What we do is to test, if you will, sort of a stress test, all of our government departments and agencies to make sure that they are performing at the maximum level. So we go through sort of online, real-time analysis of the performance of our various departments. And those meetings are open, the results are published, and people can look at how the performance are going throughout the year. And then we have an opportunity to go back and compare that. But that is only one portion of our ability to have, it is sort of a transformative, clear, open kind of accountable government. We also have a 311 system that builds into that, as well as Open Montgomery County as well.
I see. And the 311 system, of course, has been very actively serving the county, having closed over 1.6 million service requests. Do you believe that this service is going to serve us well going forward?
Well, especially in times of emergencies, in times of challenges, when people have difficulties, want to access government services and programs, it is very difficult for the average citizens to know what department to call or where to call. In Montgomery County, all you have to do is call one number. You've given a particular identification so that we can follow the track the service requests. We understand what those requests are, and we try to provide the average citizens the kind of information that they need to make informed decisions. It is a wonderful service. It is most especially important in times of emergencies when our 911 and other numbers are overcrowded. The 311 helps us to provide that information, to track performances, and to make certain that citizens have the kind of access that they need and deserve.
Mr. Leggett, the economy in Montgomery County, as we discussed, is considered to be quite affluent and vibrant. You recently led a mission to China, a multi-sector delegation, I understand. Can you please share with us what the reason was to go to China, which sectors were represented, and then finally what sort of outcomes are beneficial to the county and the region as a whole?
Well, we have a very diverse international community in Montgomery County. It's one of the most diverse communities in all of the world if you look at it. Well, one of the things that we wanted to do was to establish sister city relationships, and we've started that. A couple of years ago, we went to El Salvador. We've gone to places such as Ethiopia, Uganda and Ethiopia, and this time we went to China. This was a dual mission designed both for a sister city relationship as well as providing an opportunity for our business community to engage with the Chinese business sector to look at opportunities for Montgomery County as well. So we had a combination of people in the educational community, from the universities and our public school system, government officials, civic and community leaders, as well as business leaders to look at and to examine opportunities. Those opportunities are coming to be realized in Montgomery County. We just hosted, just the other day, a delegation for China. We will continue to do so. We've had some excellent results thus far of those who have come into Montgomery County and signing business agreements with some of our incubators and our biohealth innovation system, if you will. And we're doing that in a way that I think will provide great benefits for the citizens of Montgomery County.
Mr. Leggett, I know you've been on mission to India with Governor O'Malley.
Right.
Are you hoping to lead a mission to India anytime soon?
Yes, in fact, we will establish a sister city relationship in India. We'll be traveling to India in 2014. It's an exciting opportunity for us to go back there. We went earlier as part of a mission with the governor, but this will be exclusively Montgomery County to engage the Indian community, both at the governmental level as well as the average citizens, to do a combination of things that we've done in other places, both business opportunities as well as establishing sister city relationships.
On November 1st of this year, you hosted a Diwali function in the government center. Over 200 people attended of all ages. Do you hope to continue that tradition?
Well, this is the fourth one that we've held in Montgomery County in my administration. I am very excited about the progress that we've made to recognize our Indian community, because in order to ensure that we have an open community, that people feel welcome, that they are respected, you have to respect their culture, their religion, their language. And this festival, Diwali Festival, is one that I think reflects that very well. We will continue that effort, and we will hope to grow that even larger as we proceed in the years to come.
I see. Now, you have been in Montgomery County leadership since 1986 and currently are the county executive. I understand that you are running for office again, for the office of the county executive again. Any word for our viewers about your aspirations and how they can be instrumental in your success?
Well, I wouldn't suggest that they be instrumental in my success, other than to do what I would ask of all people, that is to look at the records that we've established in Montgomery County, judge for yourself the willingness to be supportive of so many within our community, and I think we have an awfully good record with which people to analyze and be respected of, and they will make their decision accordingly.
Mr. Leggett, I want to thank you for being on our show today, and I look forward to having you on the show again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful show.
Thank you very much. This is Sonny Segal signing off for Who's Who. I'm hoping that you will join me again next month at the same time and same place. Meantime, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and a safe holiday season.